So this is a great question. The reason why this is such a good question is because a lot of people have no idea that gender therapist is not regulated in the United States, meaning the term gender therapist is not regulated. To give you an example, to be able to call myself a psychologist, having a PhD degree in psychology is not enough. That just means I have a doctorate degree. I have to become licensed in a particular state in order to actually call myself licensed psychologist. If I call myself psychologist and I'm not licensed, that's actually in violation of the state regulations. Gender therapist, another way, my God, I can't even speak today, is not regulated at all. So anybody can call themselves a gender therapist, and that's a little bit of a problem. So that's something all of you need to be aware of. But how does one go about becoming a gender therapist? Here's sharing my experience from my personal past. So one, you can clearly go and you can get, first of all, you can get master's degree all the way up to PhD degree in some form of psychology. Either it is clinical psychology, either it is developmental psychology, maybe it is marriage and family therapies, type of counseling. Whatever tends to really resonate with you in terms of psychology. Once you get the degree, see if you can get additional training. See if you can go to additional seminars, additional courses. CFW Pass puts out constantly some forms of conferences you can go to educate yourself on transgender and gender issues. Read a lot. Read a lot of books. Read everything from individual personal perspective narratives. And it doesn't basically matter if you're trans yourself or if you are cis yourself. It doesn't matter because everybody's narrative is individualistic. So read a lot of material, read a lot of research, stay on top of gender health, gender care, gender surgeries, gender affirming type of procedures. So that way you're very familiar with what's going on. Saturate yourself with the community. When I started out, I did a lot, I still do a lot, free work. What is the free work? Start support groups, run support groups, go volunteer somewhere where you saturate yourself being immersed in individual experiences across different demographics, across different age groups, across just very different segments. It's all about really putting in your hours in this particular segment of population. And the more hours you put in, the more specialized you become because your lens becomes very narrow and very specialized in terms of looking at the gender. So that's how one goes about to become a gender therapist. For me, it was pretty easy. I fell in love with work. I fell in love with working with transgender people. I can't imagine doing anything else. And from then on, all I did was just strictly working with trans people. I did not work with anybody else, and that helped tremendously.